So as you guys can probably tell by now, I got up to a lot of crazy shit in my high school days. From kicking bricks into school, to drawing hentai in class, to even asking a teacher to touch my penis. I think it's pretty safe to say that my high school experience was quite unique. Now I know I sound like a crazy menace, but trust me, compared to the others in my school, I sound like an angel. Now back in the 9th grade or year 9, there was an app called Houseparty, and oh my fuck, it was goated. It was essentially just FaceTime, but for everyone. If you had an iPad, laptop, BlackBerry, fucking Nokia, anyone was able to use Houseparty, and it essentially just played out exactly like FaceTime. Instead of using numbers, it would use usernames, and you could add people and make groups and have your own profile picture. I'd say it was and still is the best communication app of all time. Now the way I used Houseparty was just to talk to my friends who were on PS4 because I was on Xbox. Because we would play games like Fortnite and Minecraft or whatever the fuck was popular back in 2019. And fucking hell, bro, we would hold like brawlhalla tournaments and shit when there was like 9 of us. It was fucking nuts. But Houseparty was genuinely one of the greatest apps to ever grace the App Store. But then out of nowhere, 2020 COVID lockdown. And this was the first lockdown, so this was back when everyone thought the lockdown was gonna be like 3 fucking weeks. So my year as a collective was like, okay guys, we're not gonna see each other for like 3 weeks, so we might as well stay connected through Houseparty. So at this time, I was just kinda adding random people through mutual connection. You know, like a friend of a friend type shit. And then I was adding guys who I somewhat kind of knew, like that one guy from PE that one time. Yeah, I remember that guy. And it got to the point that whenever I opened the app, there would be like 20 people online at a time, and I would never join any of their rooms because, well, I barely know these people. I'm only here to talk to my friends, and I only added you guys out of common courtesy. Now there's a feature on Houseparty that if you're talking to anyone, you are able to lock the room, only being able to join if someone from the room invites you. And for the most part, everyone on Houseparty would lock the room. I mean, no one wants some random just joining for no reason. But of course, there were some idiots who just left the room completely open. I don't know whether they were just stupid or whether they forgot or whether they just wanted to be trolled. Either way, random people are going to join you if you leave the room open. And I'm not gonna lie, okay, it's happened to me before. I left the room open, talked to someone, and then some random just joined. And it's annoying because you can't kick anyone, so you have to leave and then make a new room and then make sure that they join. It was fucking annoying. Now at a certain point, most of my friends just decided to stop using Houseparty for a while. I don't know what happened and I don't know why, but there was just a dipping point in the people that I knew personally using the app. And I was bored, okay? I'm a 15-year-old and I was forced to stay indoors. I needed to do something. So I decided to open Houseparty and to make friends with people that I barely spoke to. I mean, I thought it would be a good way to build bridges and to cure my boredom. And in theory, I wasn't wrong, but I forgot to take into consideration that everyone in my school is a fucking weirdo. So it's like 9 p.m., you know, and I start joining random rooms. So I go on the app and then I start looking at all the rooms that are unlocked. Surprise, surprise, there weren't many, but you know, there were a few, so I just decided to join them. So the first room I join is my friend Leo, and he's just kind of sitting there playing PS4, so I just let him do him, so I left the room. The next room I joined was a group of people who I barely knew any of them, and they were all just laughing, and it was kind of hard to join into their conversation, so I just left because it was kind of awkward. Now the next room I joined was a guy who I somewhat kind of knew because he was in my PE class, and me and him had a somewhat kind of mutual respect for each other because, you know, he was a pretty cool guy and there was no reason for me to hate him. He was just that chill guy who was pretty good at sports. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna call him Pete. Now I've seen Pete on Houseparty before, but I've never actually decided to join his room before. Most of the time his room is locked, but this time for some reason it was open. And then I see that he's in the room with someone else, so I decide to join. You know, making 2 friends is better than making 1. So I press join, and whilst I'm loading, I'm thinking, what am I gonna say? Do I say hi or do I wait for him to say hi to me? Like, what do I say? And as I load in, the person that he's in the call with is a girl who I'll just call Ash. And I kind of knew of Ash. She was in my English class and she's friends with a few people that I'm friends with. But it didn't seem like she had even noticed that I joined the room. I mean, she was just kind of sitting there a bit awkwardly with her camera on. And then I look at Pete, and Pete also had his camera on, but for some reason his phone was kind of shaky. And it didn't look like he noticed that I was in the room either. And neither of them was saying anything, it was just kind of awkward. And I'm looking at Pete's face and I've never seen him look like this. I mean, he just looks kind of weird. I mean, he's drooling a bit on himself, he looks kind of sweaty. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then I hear these little noises in my headphones, so I turn my volume up and I hear these little groans like and I'm just there and I'm just confused, like what the fuck, what's going on here? I mean, Ash is just sitting there not doing anything, and then Pete is just, he's sweating, drooling, and his camera's shaking around and he's groaning a bit. I'm just like, what the fuck? And to make things even more strange, no one's saying anything, they're just sitting there. So I take a closer look at Pete's camera and his room is just dark and musty, like I can see fucking particles in his room. And then after close inspection, it's not only his camera that's shaking, he's also shaking a bit. And then all at once, it all just hit me. Pete was fucking jacking off, bro. I mean, all the signs were there. He was sweaty, mouth breathing, drooling, and groaning softly. Not to mention that half of his body was shaking. This man was choking his fucking chicken on Houseparty. And those little particles of dirt that were in his room, yeah, that wasn't must. That was bus. And to make things 10 times worse, Ash was just sitting there, clueless. I mean, she might have known, she might have not known, but either way, bro was just stroking his cock while she was just there, sitting down peacefully. And I was in the call for like 20 seconds, and after that time, Ash finally noticed I was there. She was like, hello? And then Pete was like, huh, what? And then I just fucking left. That shit was weird, man. I'm not trying to say anything or be there anymore. I mean, this guy that I was somewhat kind of calm with was just jerking it. I just saw bro's cock dust all over the screen. I mean, thank fuck the camera was facing his face, because if it was facing the other way, my god, I'm not trying to see that. I'm honestly not interested in seeing his Punjabi pickle go up and down, thanks but no thanks. And after I left, he messaged me on Houseparty and he was like, yo, was that you who joined? Lol, laughing emoji. Well, first of all, you're not fucking laughing, are you? Because your cock's probably still out. And second of all, bro was having so much of a good time that he didn't even notice that I joined the fucking call. And I just messaged him back, I'm like, oh shit, I joined the wrong room, sorry, my fault. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool, lol, lol. And bro thinks he's off the hook right now, but then I ask him, what were you doing in that call, by the way? And then he goes, oh, we're just chilling, just chilling. Yeah, mate, I'm sure you are just chilling. You and your little friend downstairs. And then they lock the room, and whatever happens next is a mystery which I don't mind staying unsolved. I mean, God knows that I'm not trying to see or hear any more than I already have. And just for some prior knowledge, these guys weren't like romantic partners or anything, because Pete was always like that guy best friend. We all know the kind of guys that I'm talking about. I'm just saying, normal guys don't beat their meat whilst on call to their female friends. Or any of their friends for that fact. I don't know, man. This shit was just fucking weird. Hopefully this story time shows me in a much more normal light than my previous one. I mean, it's not my fault he was jacking off. I just wanted to make a new friend. Safe to say I didn't really talk to him that much after this event. I didn't really dap him up that much either, considering we all know where his hands have been. He was still a chill fella, but at the end of the day, he was still a sperm smeller. So, you know, I tried my best to stay clear from that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is in fact the end of the video, and if you liked, please leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to degrade me in the comments. Also, I just want to say to those of you guys that click off early in my videos, I leave little clips for the end for people to watch, so you know, stick around to the end to watch those little clips. Also, we are now somewhat kind of close to 1K subscribers, so if you are new here, then it would be appreciated if you guys did subscribe. With all that said, all my links are in the description. Feel free to follow me on all of them, or whatever platform that you use, I'm probably on it. Until next time, make sure to drink your water and get enough sleep at night. Okay, goodbye. Okay, you're done. Wait, can we hijack that truck? Give me that truck, fam. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah.
No, I gotta keep my fire on. Fire on, fire on, fire on. In my whip, I'm flying. Bad girl on my left. Bad bitch on my right on. Damn, your heels, they so high. Yeah, get your height on. Yeah, smoke that guy like Shaq. Told that guy I ride on. Getting that gold.